Hey guys, it's me, the California Kid. How you guys doing out there? And most importantly, how you feeling out there? For by now, you guys all know my slogan, when we feel good, we do good. So I hope you're feeling well, keep your vibrations high. Listen, I'm sitting here in Walnut Creek with a very dear friend of mine, someone who is a mogul in business. I'm always reminded, I'm going to say a joke really quickly. Hopefully none of you guys get offended by this. It seems to me that all of my Indian friends, they all got money. I don't know what it is. It must be something in the Indian blood. But all of my Indian friends, they just got money. They're very successful. Anyway, I'm here with my good friend Jay Singh. And Jay is a businessman. He owns several businesses here domestically and also in India. We're in Walnut Creek. Jay and I, we are really good friends. And we've known each other for, about 7 years?
Longer, 10 years.
10 years,
yeah.
10 years. I call him the human calculator. And anyway, we definitely love business and we love cars. Jay is a big car guy. Ferrari, he's got the new McLaren. He's just a huge car guy. But one thing about Jay, I'll tell you, Jay is he's very serious about not only making money, but saving and investing. So he's not the guy that is what I call the one-trick pony who became successful one time and never did it again. Seriously, he's a guy that he's been making over 7 figures, multiple 7 figures a year, many years in a row. And the reason why I'm doing this Facebook Live here is many of you, I've been telling you that this is the season for me of World Global Network, and this is 2.0, and 2.0 simply means bigger, better, faster. And if you don't know, ladies and gentlemen, in 1.0, I've been with my company now for a year and a half, and between my partners and myself, let me give you the numbers here. Last year in our company, we did 164 million in sales. Last year, did 164 million worldwide. And the company paid out 74 million in commissions. That's the numbers. So we did 164 million last year, and we paid out 74 million as a company. Now, in our organization, from Chad, Natita, and myself down, we did over 100 million ourselves of the 164 million. So last year, we did over 100 million. 100 million. So these gray hairs, they're worth something, you see? We did over 100 million, and we paid out over $50 million in commissions over the last 12 months here in our company. So not bad, not bad. That was my first time doing over 100 million collectively. I've never done that before. That was really exciting to do. In my organization, well over 54,000 people. And we went through a lot of challenges. We went through a lot of challenges, guys, a lot. You see these little creases right here? A lot of challenges, but we did make a difference. And first thing I want to say before we get into this dialogue here is that what I'm about to do now, okay, this is live. What's today's date?
Today, my friend, is the 30th.
Today's the 30th?
May 30th.
May 30th. I'm telling you, May 30th, 2018. I'm letting you know. You see, I got a gray sweatsuit, white shoes sitting right here in Jay's office in Walnut Creek, California. I'm telling you right now that over the next 18 months, here's what I'm about to do, is $300 million of sales. You've been hearing me talk about it over and over and over. We're going to help 75 people make 10 grand a week, okay? We're going to sell 800,000 of these units worldwide over the next 12 to 18 months. So just remember that I told you that. Now, to get into the dialogue of why I'm here, here's why I'm here. When you have a goal that large to do 300 million, number one, you can't do it by yourself. Okay, number one. Number two, recruiting is very important. I want you to think of any organization, whether it's a sports team, a business. I've always told you guys, the success of your organization will be in direct proportion to your ability to effectively recruit. So the types of people that you hook up with are going to make a huge difference if your business will be impotent or if your business will grow massively, okay? And so when I begin to write out a list of prospects that I want to get in front of and actually talk with about what we're doing, okay? This was one of the guys that was on the top of my list, okay? And he's just one of the guys. But again, without spilling all his personal business, as I said, he's extremely successful. He already makes multiple millions of dollars a year and has many millions of dollars saved in the bank and invested. So he's quite successful. He's not what we call a needy person. Like, he doesn't need another dollar, but he's what I call a greedy person. And when I say greedy, I mean that in a very respectful manner. Many times, some of you have these big goals, but you're recruiting the needy versus the greedy. I want you to go after people that are already successful. People that, they have a couple $1,000s to join. That's not a problem. But they're the types of people that have massive influence, that if they were to get involved, they could really make a huge splash in the business. Now, let me bring you guys into the inner circle. I've been here for about 10 minutes or so. And let me bring you up to speed on what we're talking about. So Jay has already told me, yes, Romacio, I'm in. I want to do this. I see the big picture. Okay, so I've already shared the vision. He's already in. And what I'm here for today is we're talking strategy, okay? And so of the 300 million that I'm planning on doing, Jay wants to do a minimum of 100 million his first 12 to 18 months with this program. Now, Jay believes it can be done. He sees the value of the product. He sees what the product can offer people. And he also knows that people are out there looking for opportunity. He gets that. What he doesn't know is the specific strategy of how we're going to do it. And he's relying on me as an expert to guide and to shepherd him through the process. Now, what we're talking about right now, the first thing that I was asking Jay is I said, Jay, here's what I want you to do. We're talking about doing 100 million. I want you to think of 1 to 100 of the top most successful people that you know in business, and let's make a list of those people. Again, top 100, not top 100 broke people, but top 100 influencers, people that got money, they're already successful, but these are the types of people that definitely we would love to give them what we call first right of refusal. In other words, Jay, these are the people we're going to go talk to first about the vision of what we're embarking on, and we're going to let these people tell us, no, I don't want it, or yes, I'm in, okay? And so that's kind of where we are right now. I want to turn it over to Jay, let him say a few words, and anything you want to say to people that are watching us live on Facebook? Or?
I'm good. Everything he said, I agree with him. Him and I have very similar way of thinking, and which is why we're doing business together.
One thing I want to tell you, I'm sitting here in Walnut Creek, California, and Jay's got employees here at his office here, nice big office. But also you've got how many employees in India?
About 165.
165 employees in India. I know what you're probably thinking, wow, what type of business does he do? Well, Jay is in this particular business that I'm in, that he owns, is the debt service business. Explain really quickly how that works, people that don't know.
We settle debt for people who have gone overboard in spending money and can't pay it back. So the debt is settled at about 45, 50 cents to the dollar. We also provide services in the tech business, and that's our center in India.
How long you been on this business?
Oh God, man! I was self-employed back since 1992. So what's that? 25 years, most of my life.
And the debt business comes with a nice residual income, doesn't it?
Absolutely, yeah.
Those are two words we have in common: residual income. Okay?
That's income, yeah.
So Jay, tell everybody, because I want them to understand. And we're not going to record our whole conversation, guys. I'm probably just only going to let you guys see about 5-7 minutes or so, and then we're going to shut this down and get back into what we're doing. But Jay, why would someone like you be interested in more money and having more income coming in? Why?
Simple reason. You've done it. You've been successful at it. I've watched you, and you and I also have that common philosophy of success leaves clues. And if one man can do it, it's easy to replicate and duplicate if you do exactly what he did.
Absolutely.
I like this product. I know you and I have talked about other products in the past in the same line of work. and none of them excited me.
I want you to
It's a really good product.
Tell him about that, because I've come to Jay before, and
Yeah.
he's tell him.
Him and I have been friends for 10 years. He's come to me on coffee products, toothbrushes, whatever the heck you have. I don't know. I just didn't believe in those. This one took me about 5 minutes to understand what the product is, its usability, and it's something you don't have to sell, because it's something which I would use myself.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's kind of like the Warren Buffett formula. He says, I buy stock in companies I use. So, for example, he uses Gillette, right? He buys their razors. He drinks a lot of Coke. He buys Coca-Cola stock. Same thing. This is something I would use. If I can believe in it myself, if I'm convinced this works for me, it will work for you, or anybody.
Absolutely.
That's the key to, I think, being successful in sales, is believing in what you sell instead of trying to tell a story that you can't even look the person in the eye and pitch.
So answer this question, because I know many people are thinking, well, if Jay is so successful and he already makes all this money, you have free time, you got leverage, people working for you.
Correct. Why
more money? For what reason?
There's nothing wrong in having more money.
I agree.
You know, here's the best thing I've learned about money, and some of this I learned as a child growing up. Money is very important, right? Money is a great servant, a terrible master. You can use your money to give you the best of your life, but if money controls you, then you're kind of screwed. So, if you are happy, money makes you happier. If you're sad, then nothing makes you happy. So I'm very happy as a person. I'm content in what I've achieved. I've never had to, mislead or lie in my life. I can look anybody in the eye. I've had a good life, and why not make it better? And money does make it better. Anybody who says it doesn't shops at the wrong store.
Absolutely.
Agreed.
So moving forward, Jay, let's talk about what we were just talking about before we went live. And that is, we were talking about your list of your top 100 most successful people that you would want to be on your board of directors of this new business that you're about to start to do $100 million over the next 12 to 18 months. When you hear that, and you hear 100 prospects that are all around the world, from India to California to wherever,
the first thing I look at is people like me, people like you, who have a similar mindset. It's very hard to influence someone who is not there for the same reasons we are. Can we find 100 people? Absolutely. There's 7 billion in the world. We'll find 100 in no time. I probably know more than 100. Mm-hmm. And I want to find people who are similar in mindset. They are successful or have been successful in the past, and when given an opportunity to make money, these guys will do it.
Absolutely. So tell us, we haven't really gotten into the details of the specific strategy. Right now, we're just talking about, we know that we've got to recruit.
Correct.
We've got to share the story with people and let those people tell us yes or no. Share with everyone what you just said a minute ago before we went live. Jay also has, I'm not spilling all your business, but he owns 2 really, really nice and expensive condominiums in San Francisco, and they're brand new. They're in the nicest towers in Frisco, and they're upwards of well over 7 figures each. Share with us what you were just saying about why we should target San Francisco in terms of prospects.
It's a city with very, very intelligent people who are very hungry for success and not willing to work hard. I'll give you an example. You'll walk into San Francisco and you'll bump into some 25-year-old kid who pitches his product or pitches investors maybe 10 times a week. And he keeps doing it for 8 months, 10 months. By now he's pitched 300, 400 people, and then he gets his one. And that's what business is all about. All you need to do is find a few good people. So my guess on this is, for every 10 people we talk to, we'll probably get 2 to 3.
Actually, it's funny you say that.
Yeah.
When I first started December, my ratio, what I told myself, because I had to go recruit 50 people instantly, that I told myself that out of every 10 that I talked to, I would get 1.
Which is standard.
And I was very conservative, because I didn't want to believe that I was, so good or whatever. I told myself that, look, I managed my expectations. Out of every 10 that I was going to get one. So I went out there and I basically pitched 500 people and ended up getting 66. You know, so a little bit more than one. But,
yeah.
That's about right,
Yeah.
though. So Jay, real quick, and this will be the last question, and we're going to shut it off. You know, obviously you've been successful. You're going to be successful in this business.
No doubt.
No doubt. He says no doubt.
Yeah.
Where do you get that confidence from? I mean, there's a lot of people trying to get up the ladder, trying to get to your level, and here it is, you're trying to go to another level. What are a few words that you could really give from the heart that are not biased to just Indians, but to all people, that you can give these people that they could really go from where they are and begin to really start really climbing the ladder of success? Does discipline come into play? Does focus come into play? I mean, talk to us on that level.
To me, the most important word in life is belief. If I believe it, then I'll do it. So, you know, you and I have talked about it, and we've talked in the past, and we almost started the other products, the coffee, drugs, and stuff we talked about, but we never got to it because I didn't believe it.
Coffee, drugs.
No, that was a joke. Coffee is a drug, right?
It is. It is.
A lot of people need coffee to stay awake. I don't. You know, I wake up just happy. So the first thing is belief. The second is finding someone. You know, mentorship, I'm big on that. You and I have both done Tony Robbins multiple times, and a ton of people will say, dude, Tony's for people who don't have their act together, which is true to a large extent, right? But every human being can learn something from another person who's done a lot more, achieved a lot more. So as I come into this, I look at you, you've got a formula you've tried for a year, done well, made, what, $4 million in a year or
I made $2.3 million in commissions in another.
In a year. So all I have to do is copy that. Why would I not get the same result?
That's absolutely right.
You know what I mean?
This is so amazing
It's
to me.
really simple.
He has no network marketing experience.
None.
He's never been in network marketing.
This is my first Facebook Live video. I don't do this stuff. I mind my own business mostly. But
And I want you guys to hear his mindset. Listen to what he's saying. He believes in mentorship. Just find the right mentor and just copy them. Guys, to be successful is not that difficult when you make up your mind and you find the right mentor. So
it's the same philosophy I gave you in investing, that Warren Buffett formula, right? I can go hire somebody at Charles Schwab or read 65 books, or just buy what Warren Buffett buys. So if someone tells me, hey man, Buffett just bought $20 billion of stock in Apple, well, he's got all the resources, he's got all the knowledge, he's got everything he needs to make that decision. Why don't I just copy his decision? Of course, I can't buy 20 billion or whatever, but at a smaller level.
And speaking of that, without saying exactly how much over the last 12 months in your investments that you made, are you free to say what percentage that you've earned?
80% return in the last 12 months.
How much?
80.
80% return in the last 12 months.
So every $10 becomes 18.
Ooh!
Every million becomes 1.8.
We're done.
Every 100 million becomes 180. And all you have to do is push a few buttons on a computer to invest it, right?
Yes, sir. That's right.
That's
80% return. Now, the year before that, how well did you do in your investments?
I've always tried to make over 50. And it's doable if you don't believe in hype, but in reality.
It's doable if you
don't believe in hype. Don't buy a stock somebody just told you to buy it because it's shooting up through the roof. Buy something which is actually believable. Buy something that's solid. Amazon, for example. You know, Apple, Google.
Yeah, we talked about that, yeah.
These guys are a kind of like a model for every business. So why not just invest in those?
And then the last question, Jay. Talk to everyone about the importance of cash flow. Because as we embark upon this business, one of the things that I love most about it, yeah, we get to help a lot of people, but I love the cash flow that this business affords with really next to no overhead, you know? Talk to them about
Absolutely.
cash flow.
Getting a check every week that's guaranteed to you is very, very good. When you say cash flow, I look more at business as net profit. I have a ton of people who will come and tell me, I grossed $2 million. I grossed $10 million. What's your bank balance? Oh, I got 80,000. All right. I'd rather deal with a guy who says, man, I grossed $1 million. I got 400,000 in the bank. That's good business. That's my belief system. And it's not hard to do. It's just a matter of not believing in the hype, but, you know, being methodical and doing things the way you know it best.
Absolutely. Well, guys, listen, I'm the California Kid. We are starting WGN 2.0. And I'm letting you know right now, we are about to do 300 million over the next 18 months. My question, listen, if you're happy with whatever company you're with, God bless you, stay there, knock it out the park. But if you've got some questions and you're open and you want to be with a proven leader, a proven team at the right time with the right project, I would say send me a private message and let's have a conversation. It's free to have a conversation and let's see where things go. As I told you, over the last year and a half, we've done over 100 million. So I think, I won't say I know everything, but I do know how to do 100 million. And now we're getting ready to triple that with people like this coming to the table and potentially you. So I'm the California Kid. Send me a private message if you'd like to know a little bit more about what's going on. All right, we got to turn this off and get back to our conversation. See you guys later. Bye-bye, guys.